Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode on my channel. Today I am here to share about a technique that has really helped me a lot, which I've learned over the last few years. And I wish that it really helps you a lot as well. So let me begin by asking a question. Have you ever felt like your mind is tired when your body is not? Like you wake up, you start your day, but from inside you feel like you're already carrying something. It could be an old conversation or a pressure or a memory. And the strange part is, nothing is even wrong in the present moment, but somehow your mind is still stuck in the things happened in the past. Now, I'm not here to tell you that how I am different, but I'm here to tell you that I went through a phase exactly like that. From outside, my life was okay and normal. I was working, I was meeting new people, I was handling responsibilities. But from inside, I was constantly feeling some heaviness. And over a certain point of time, I realized that this heaviness was because my mind was carrying so many small things. But you know what? I did not even realize this for a very long period of time. And until I choose to step out of from my home and I visited mountains. I remember sitting there one morning, no phone, no noise, no rush. And really, for the very first time in my life, my mind had slowed down enough to observe. Observe all the simple things happening around me, and especially the things happening in nature because I was close to nature. I was watching the trees grow, some of the trees letting its older leaves fall, the river flowing, the wind coming, touching my face and going even without me realizing. And I suddenly had this thought that why does nature knows how to release, but somehow we humans struggle a lot with it. Let's go deeper into this. See, nature has one simple rule. What's no longer needed gets released. What I mean by that is, the trees don't hold on to the older leaves. They let it fall, they welcome new leaves. The river doesn't hold on to the old or muddy water. It keeps flowing. The storms doesn't hold on to the skies either. They come, they stay, and they go, and the sky is clear again. So if you see, nothing stays longer than necessary. And maybe that's exactly why nature keeps growing. But we humans struggle a lot. We struggle a lot with releasing, or you may also call it letting go or cleansing. We humans tend to hold on to the conversations that happened years ago, some situations that are already over, some relationships that are evolved, and maybe a guilt that no one is even asking us to carry anymore. And you may think that, these things are just there in your mind, but they occupy a proper space in your mind. And the space which could have ideally been used for peace, clarity, growth, creativity. But all that space is occupied into the things we hold on to. And when I reflected on this deeply, what I realized was one of the things I was holding on to was guilt. I had this belief that if I'm not with my family, or if I'm not available for them, if I'm choosing myself, I am being selfish. So even when I was working on my own growth, a part of me constantly felt guilty. I felt that feeling guilty means I was caring. Feeling guilty means I was responsible. But only to realize that this guilt is not helping me grow. It was exhausting me emotionally even more. And maybe I was holding on to the idea of who I should be, even when it was stopping me to become who I could be. And that's where things started connecting for me. I remembered those mountains, those trees, that flowing river. And that's when I realized that I was also trying to grow in life, but while holding on to the things that were in some or the other way bringing me down. And that's when I started learning letting go. Not my love or responsibility for my people, but the emotional weight attached to the things that was no longer helping me grow. And here's where I really want to emphasize more. Here's where some of the people tend to misunderstand letting go. Letting go does not mean that you just forget everything or you become cold or you stop caring. It simply means that you stop giving your mental energy to the things that is already over or that is no longer helping you to grow. And you know the interesting part? Sometimes we hold on to because it feels familiar. Sometimes we hold on to because guilt makes us feel we are a better person. But none of that is actually true. And what I realized beyond all of this was we are not separate from nature, we are an integral part of it. So, if nature knows how and when to release, maybe that wisdom exists us in already, but somehow we have just forgotten to trust it. So, today I really want you to pause and ask yourself this question: what is that one thing I am carrying? It could be a guilt, an expectation, a pressure, or a memory as well. And if that's already over, if that's already done, maybe it's time to stop holding it so tightly. If nature holded on the way we do, there would have been no new seasons, no new trees, no new beginnings. See, nature is always trying to teach us, but only if we are ready to. And maybe growth is not always about adding more things to our lives. Maybe it's sometimes about finally learning what to release. So I hope you really reflect on this particular question and just see how this helps you. I'm very much open to hear all of your thoughts which you can share in your comments, and let's make this very easy and accessible to everyone. I'm waiting to hear how this helps you, and thank you so much for watching till the end. And please stay tuned for the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.